Thursday, the 23rd of September 2021. You are viewing at the Nachtfee console, and you see here, this is the Nachtfee signal which is returning from the transponder, and here is the time-based reference pulse of returning from the Nachtfee system in the simulated aircraft and returning. The interesting thing, you might have noticed it before, is that when I rotate on the phase control, I will show you it here. The phase control is just here, and when I tune this one, you will see that the north pulse will rest at the place where it now is, maybe some little deviations, and only the highlighted pulse is moving. The reason is that the pulse here, the Nachtfee pulse, is in the system coherent, and the aircraft with its own time base is not. Now we take a look at our newly, or by Hans, restored, that means only replacing the valves when necessary, and he replaced the electrolytic capacitors inside the genuine mounting as it was made in, say, 1944-43. And here we are viewing at the output, the video output of the receiver. You see there is noise, and that is only due to the sensitivity of the receiver and the ground noise. Now I hope you can see it. I will try to get a better picture. What you see here, the rotating pulse, is the so-called EGON test signal, which I can disconnect here, and which is actually for normal operation an essential means, because this is the signal used for the controlling station itself. And you see there is a blinkering two pulses. First I will adjust it to about here, about north. The highlighted pulse is actually the time-based reference, which is being transmitted at the same line as the receiving, and you can't cancel this. So the highlighted pulse is the time base originating from the internal time base, which I would like to show you here, this one. And it is running fine, and now I'm switching the so-called Freya-Polwender, and look, the only thing that is happening here by operating a switch is the two wires output, and the two wires are being interchanged, and this is, of course, in a coherent system, is causing that you have 180 degrees phase shift. and it is very interesting. And look now again from here to the Nachtfee display, and on your right hand you see in the south the Nachtfee signal, which is transmitted from here towards the aircraft and returning. And now I operate the signal here, and look, it is now 180 degrees rotated. Also interesting is, and that is when I operate, I don't think you can see it. Yes, you might see it here. Is the so-called phase control. And the phase control is actually in a stage of the system where every control is being influenced, but because the time-based checking and the transmitted signal originate from the same source, it remains always coherent. But look, you see it here, I rotate it, and you see the signal, the real signal is remaining, and only the signal which is controlled by the phase control. The reason is that the time base in the aircraft isn't coherent, but the what it is causing is the, maybe I can show it to you. I don't know whether you can have a look. No. You see here I switch 180 degrees, and you see the signal is jumping down, jumping up, jumping down, jumping up. And that is the Freya-Polwender. And you can see this is the order, which is actually rotating here. You see it, this is the order pulse. You see it are actually, for technical reasons, two pulses, but that is never mind. And you see, and this is okay, then being rotated, and the phase control is causing that the signal will arrive earlier or delayed afterwards. Okay, thank you.